system, let's turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. Up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we hold the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we up. One time.
So let the rhythm hit him, just let the rhythm hit him. Cause when you...
It's week 13 of the 2022 season. And coming up, we'll see Mac Jones as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Saints and the Bucs under the lights on Monday night.
On the Gulf Coast of Florida at Raymond James Stadium, just north of downtown Tampa. Tonight, we wrap up the first 13 weeks of the season with a good Monday nighter between the New Orleans Saints and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Bucs in this matchup. They're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
About ready to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Bucs now for their first drive. They'll be led out by the rookie who played his college ball for the Pitt Panthers, so that's Kenny Pickett.
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. On 2nd and 11 now. Pickett. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. He'll fight his man, Laviska Shenault. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 15 carries, 52 yards.
They've won 2 straight games, and they've done it with the running game as the focal point of their offense. So in this contest, I don't think about doing anything else. I continue to ride the hot hand that I've established and lead with the runners.
And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Pickett. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 31-yard line. Great way to convert on third down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 down at the 31. To the air on first down with Pickett. It's complete to Cook. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical. They've been crisp. And as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Pickett to throw on first down. Toward the sideline, and that is a nice catch as he's able to tiptoe his way out of bounds. And in front, Buccaneers touchdown. Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Buccaneers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And that one gives the Bucs a 7-0 lead. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From the 6. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. Leading them out, the 2nd-year man from Alabama, Mac Jones.
I love just about everything about him. Love his game, love his makeup, love his moxie. One of my favorite words. This guy's a competitor. Gritty, tough, you name it, he's got it. But he did throw an interception in last week's game. That contributed to a loss. And despite the fact he threw 3 touchdown passes, he's going to be out there redoubling his efforts and trying to play better.
Now Jones. Oh, good move by T.Y. Hilton. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 2nd down. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. And the defense closes quickly there. They'll get maybe a yard to the 33. Throwing Jones. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to have a Saints first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Here's Jones on first down. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. A give running left. It's Sanders. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. Now we're going to get a timeout. Appears we've got an injured Buccaneer. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Right back to Sanders on first down. And he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. Reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. Well, this defense for the Buccaneers, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
And every defensive team that we talk to, they spend a lot of time talking about creating turnovers. And anytime you get 2 or more in a game, you got a really good performance. They exceeded that number in a huge way. They got the football back 4 times in the win.
Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So they gave up the early touchdown. This has been a pretty good response. Nice drive, taking it down 1st and goal.
And I know all the cliches jump in, right? Don't get away from your game plan too early. Make sure you're settled down. Don't panic. But it's all true, isn't it? Because otherwise, you get out of what you plan to do during the game, and it's still early. Don't get crazy because you gave one up.
As Sanders has it poked free. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through.
Touchdown, Saints. Chris Manhertz from 8 yards out. And the Saints are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Tampa Bay, they're getting ready to set up shop here for their 2nd drive. They are back over the 500 mark for the season. Got there with a win a week ago. Their 2nd straight victory.
Well, they've definitely gotten better as this season has gone along. And from what I can tell, they know their roles. Everyone understands how they fit offensively, defensively. And this team now has an identity. And they're playing to it and playing well.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Left side, Cook. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Trying with Pickett here on 3rd down. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
And that is how you respond after taking one on the chin to begin this game. Give up a first drive touchdown, go back out on defense, and completely shut them down to force a 3 and out.
On 4th down, Ryan Stonehouse on to punt. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Jones throwing to start the drive. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Jamin Davis. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't
because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here.
Pickett will look to throw it here. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal.
Now Pickett.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Kelly to try to punch it in. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Working out of the gun, it's Pickett.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
Kenny Pickett,
his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season.
And the Bucs have moved out in front.
That touchdown, Charles, the first rushing TD of his rookie year.
I don't know that he's going to be Lamar Jackson or Russell Wilson or Josh Allen at this stage of his career, but he's got youth on his side. Those young legs, he put them to good use there, didn't he?
Extra point now by Boswell. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Just a 4-play drive that time.
And it was finished off by Kenny Pickett, taking it in himself.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From the 6. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. The Saints with the football here to begin quarter number 2. Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
If we go back to the last series, remember their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helps contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And oh, he coughs up the football near his own goal line. And the Buccaneers have it. And he returns it to the end zone. A fumble recovery touchdown for the Bucs. Huge, huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return and everyone tries to find someone to block and bring it all the way home?
I always like their celebrations because they don't get there that often.
No, they're not choreographed very well usually.
Boswell good with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. And you can bet they're loss away following that fumble return.
Phillips, he's not going to bring this one out, so they will begin the drive at the 25.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
And this late season game, of course, not lacking for drama when you talk about the AFC playoff picture.
Yeah, in a sense, it's the haves versus the have-nots, because this group on offense, they'd be a wild card if the postseason started today, but they know the guys on the other side of the ball are still in that dreaded in-the-hunt category, and they're hungry for a win today.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Looking to throw. Jones. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 2nd down. 2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. From the 45 on 2nd down. Jones. That now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
I certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
Here's Cook again. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pickett. This is Shenault on the receiving end. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. They'll try the middle with Cook. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. And the defense, Charles, they bit a little bit, but they did not break. And then on 3rd and goal there, the huge interception.
Think of the momentum they're carrying with them right now, Brandon, because in their mind, whether they want to admit it or not, they were conceding 3 points. Their goal was to keep them at the end zone, not give up a touchdown. Instead, they give up nothing. What a big-time play and a big-time stop by them.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense.
And the stakes in this game certainly high as we get toward the end of the regular season. For now, they are holding a wild card spot, but there are no shortage of other teams in the NFC looking to take that spot from them.
Starting with the guys on the other side of the field because they're on the outside looking in, and no one likes to be in that position. You want to be in the room, not looking inside to see everyone else having fun.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. Here's Jones on 3rd down. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Bradley Chubb able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Pickett. And complete right side to Cook. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Pickett back to throw. This one to the sideline. He's got it. A nice job to keep the feet in, but he is a bit short here of a 1st down. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to make it 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there forcing a loss on that play.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Looking to throw, Pickett. Going deep here for Watkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. 3rd and long for Pickett. And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle 3rd of the field, and that brings up 4th.
I know we're just in the 2nd quarter and there's a ways to go in this game, but that's his 2nd drop. I'm wondering if that's a little bit of an alarm bell for them when they start calling plays on the offensive side of the ball.
His eyes already looking upfield on that last one before he brought it in. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game. So it's an empty trip downfield there as they get a missed field goal on 4th down.
And I didn't see anything in the setup. It's a good snap, good hold.
Yep.
He just pushed it, and that one never wanted to come back.
Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on second down. Jones. That caught by Manhertz. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. He'll get this one to Galladay. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
And that's a nice catch there. Remember, he had the fumble earlier. No way he was giving up the ball in that situation. Secured it tight to his body and picks up the first down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
The frustration evident there because he couldn't find anyone on 3rd down, and he left no doubt that he was throwing that one away.
The kick by McManus is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, the Bucs going to take over now late in this first half. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. First and 10, here's Pickett. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. On 1st and 10, it's Pickett. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And the Saints are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
The Saints offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. It's caught by Sanders. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. To throw again on 2nd down, Jones. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. And there's Manhertz, the tight end. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throwing deep for Galladay. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kenny Galladay as the first half is winding down. And the Saints are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Extra point from McManus is good, and it's now 21-17. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away from the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. They're standing by as Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago, where you see the final score there. Calvin Ridley leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. From there, let's hop over to New England. Check out the Patriots at home in Foxborough. And they were winners in their ball game over the visiting Buffalo Bills. Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdown passes in the victory. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Saints. And they've had all sorts of success thus far tonight throwing the football, as they're on pace to throw for 300-plus yards if they continue the way they've been going. Meanwhile, for the Bucs, we check out their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. From the 6. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. And the Saints set to go here to begin the third quarter. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Jones now from the gun on third down. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Bradley Chubb make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Here's Michael Pilardi now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. To return is Roberts. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And they will take over first and 10. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Pickett now on first down. Open man is Denzel Mims. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
looking to throw again on second down. Pickett, and this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line.
On second down, Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
I'll tell you what, this defense hasn't played its best, but they're still right in this football game. And if they keep making plays just like that, they're going to give their offense a chance.
And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw, Pickett. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jones. Sanders has it over the middle. And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. 10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Throwing, Jones. Open man left side, it's a tight end, Manhertz. Throwing again on second down. Jones. And that's going to be caught downfield by Brown. Touchdown, New Orleans. A.J. Brown, 72 yards. And the Saints have taken the lead here in this third quarter. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And Roberts choosing not to bring this one out. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. Pickett to throw on first down. Connection made with Shenault. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
A 7-yard pickup.
Coming right, this is Cook on the toss play. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And he is going to have a Bucs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on 3rd down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 39, Pickett. That's to Cook out of the backfield. So the completion good for 7 there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's got the 1st down yardage before being taken down at midfield. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
These two teams, they met up earlier in the year back in week 2. And it was the visiting Bucs who came away victorious. So they'll look to claim the season series with a win here in Tampa.
They run again on 1st down. Cook. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it.
And the grab by Croft. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he's on to punt for Tampa Bay. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line.
The Saints again ready to go on offense.
Now they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen that. But the rushing game, almost non-existent.
And with the lead and trying to finish this game off, they need the running game to come back to life. They need to get sparked that way, take some time off the clock, and keep the ball away from their opponents.
So they'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult to spot. You heard the sideline erupting, and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Sanders up the middle.
He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4, 2nd down.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now Jones. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. But fortunately, the Saints were able to hold on to it, so they will indeed keep possession. Second time in this game, Charles, the ball has squirted out from his hands. Luckily, his teammate was there to pounce on it.
You're right. Got the lucky bounce, able to retain possession. You know, we often talk about the combine and why do we measure quarterbacks' hands. Is that really a big deal? It's for situations like this. Do you have the hands big enough and strong enough to hold on to the football while being jostled?
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long. Back to throw. Jones. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. They took their shot. It's going up 4th down. Here's Michael Palardy now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Here now, Roberts. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. To the air on 1st down with Pickett. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Tampa. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. And this is caught. That's Watkins. And he is going to have the Buccaneers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partners, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Pickett now from the gun here. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
From the 39, Pickett. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints 21. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Pickett. Setting up the screen for Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll wind up losing 3 here on the play. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. From the gun on 3rd down, Pickett. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. From the left hash, this from 39. Boswell's kick is good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. When you talk about clutch, that one was right down Broadway, and this game's all even here in the fourth.
They didn't leave any doubt, did he? Good snap, good hold, dead center. Almost like a big-time golfer in a major, firing at a pin from the fairway, trying to win the tournament going down the stretch.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New Orleans offense back out and ready to go. And we essentially have a brand-new ball game. After that last field goal has tied us all up, we brace for what should be an exciting rest of this fourth quarter. Jones throwing on first down. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. To throw again on second down. Jones. And his throw is incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Golladay. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Ed Oliver through the line and hitting him for the loss.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Another run here with Sanders. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. He'll get this one to Golladay. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That'll put him right at 99 yards receiving now as he's got a first down.
That's not the first time they've looked his way when they've needed a big play. He's been the go-to guy all game long. And they get the hook up again on 3rd down to keep this drive alive.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
And time to give some credit to the big fellows, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He goes right back the way of Hilton. And he'll be taken down at about the 22-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. Already a pair of 3rd down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this 3rd down try. Looking to throw. Jones. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Bucs are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
They start the drive with Cook. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Again, it's Cook. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Pickett now on first down. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Over the middle, he's got Watkins.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Nice, well-coached, a team that understands what's going on. They still have time to work the middle of the field as they just did there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Cook up the gut, and not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. Up the middle, it's Cook. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down?
3rd down, here's a run by Cook.
And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This for the lead in the final stages. Boswell's kick is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
So all eyes on the Saints offense. Down on the scoreboard. At time, a huge factor. A possible crippling loss to their playoff status in the balance, barring a late score. Into the hands of Sanders. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll.
Jones throw here, pulled in by Galladay. And he'll get him a first down up past the 40 as the clock ticks on.
And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this one is right through. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
Boy, hard to ask for a better game thus far. 27 apiece is our score as the kick's away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. Tie game, and barring something incredible here, we're likely headed to overtime.
What I would do is either hand it off inside or more likely I take a knee and let the clock run out. Because if I'm back there trying to throw and a sack happens, the ball comes free, I can lose the game here. If I get to overtime, I can still win it.
So 4 quarters wasn't enough, and we are off to overtime. Don't change that dial. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over.
All set up for him right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
Flushed it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It was Justin Houston, the native of Statesboro, Georgia, with a sack. Now Charles dealing with a 3rd and long. They'll have to try to go back to the air again, and this time avoid the sack.
Certainly hard to try to establish momentum when all you're doing is going backwards, not protecting the passer, and he gets dumped on his backside.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long.
Pickett.
And this is caught by Watkins. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And taken right on the 30. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Saints get sent to trot out there.
Well, their defense did the job, got off the field without giving up any points. And now, Charles, all they need here is a field goal, and they get the victory.
Yeah, and this is the way I love overtime. I'm one of those really, really old school guys that like sudden death right from the beginning. Well, we've got it now because any points wins the game. On defense, get a safety, a pick 6, fumble return, you can win it as well. So I'm really looking forward to this series and see how both sides play it.
Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. Complete to him. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Pardon, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
Back to throw, Pickett.
To the sideline, and it's caught. They try to get him into space coming out of the backfield, but it'll...
And now we've got a review here. All challenges in overtime, of course, initiated by the replay official here in the stadium. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the officials and the folks in New York got a second look at this one, and the call is going to be overturned.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted.
And the Saints are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Gigantic play by this defense, Charles. So they came back in the 4th quarter, took the momentum into overtime, and now they take the football.
And how do you think the team that just threw the pick feels right now? They surrendered the lead, got to overtime, had a chance to redeem themselves, and now they put the game in jeopardy with another pick. And guess what? Their defense has to hold.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Another run with Sanders. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Holding, offense.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38. Throwing Jones. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Brandon, it certainly looked like they had that play defended well, but it still almost worked. Got it to the running back. He wound up getting really good yardage out of it. But it was 3rd and long, and they were able to rally and stop it before he could get to the marker.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. And he gets it away. A directional kick going toward the sideline. And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. Still a couple yards short of the 1st as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down.
Pickett will look to throw it here.
Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Here's Ryan Stonehouse now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. 39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans.
The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced to punt.
And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on 1st down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
2nd down, back to Sanders.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
59 yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Jones.
Left side here to Sanders. Only able to gain a couple there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here's Jones. That complete over the middle. He's got Manhertz, the tight end.
And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 41-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
Here's Edwards again on 2nd down.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It'll be their 2nd and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So this thing rests on the shoulders of Brandon McManus. This to win it in overtime. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just give me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Pickett to throw.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Well, partner, it's kind of like a hot potato right now. Who wants this thing? Both teams have had multiple possessions here in overtime, and neither able to pull away with a victory.
And I think both head coaches are scratching their heads trying to figure out what strategy is it going to take to give us a chance to win this thing, because rarely do we see a game get this deep into overtime. And by the way, partner, your plane just pulled away from the gate. You're not going to get home tonight.
Now Jones.
Over the middle here to Brown.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
This one took us deep into the night, but in the end, after 5 quarters, we're unable to determine a winner.
Well, can I say it? I think it's a fair outcome with the kind of game that we had, pretty evenly matched. But here's where it gets tough. Because it was a night game, makes it much shorter on the turnaround, doesn't it? Especially for the visiting.